Hey friend, welcome to my series, The Resellers Truth, where I'll be talking good, bad, and ugly about all my adventures in reselling, the mistakes I made, and the good things that I've done. Stay tuned. Hey friends, I am going to call this video my Reseller Truths, and I'm probably going to do maybe a series of these videos. So often in the reselling community, we think other people are perfect. Yeah, my lip. But we're not. Whether people want to admit it or not, I'm okay with admitting it. I'm okay with being transparent. I'm okay with just being me. As you can see, no makeup, probably not a bra. Um, but I think it's really important that as we grow, that we share with people where we've been and even currently where we are. If we're not rich, say we're not rich. And really, you don't even need to share that. But I wanted to share with you my first experience being a reseller. And if you like this video, please like it and comment and tell me if you want to hear more. If you follow me and you can see from my posts, and if you follow me and you can see from listening to my podcast, the things that I talk about all the time. So in April of 2000, no, let me go back a little bit. My sister, Jody, I'm going to give a shout out to Jody. She used to work for a company where she was a manager and they sold consignment items. When the items were completed or they didn't need them anymore, they would give them to the employees to choose the things they wanted. And she told me in 2015 about this app called Poshmark. At the time, I didn't really have time because I was taking care of my family. I hadn't been married to Thomas for so long, and so we were just trying to get situated. Then in 2016, I could see my husband really hustling. Thomas Pasha Jude X, he's been selling on eBay for years. He's been reselling for over 20 years. He was retired firefighter when I met him. So he was kind of already established in the reselling and being home. And I was new to a state, still taking care of my children. They were still in school, chauffeuring and doing all these things. And I was starting to feel a disconnect with Thomas. So I said to him one day, just show me what you do. He was selling on eBay, but to me it seemed like, I don't know if I wanted to do eBay. So I remember this app Poshmark that my sister told me about. So in April 2016, I opened up my first Poshmark closet, well, my only Poshmark closet right now. And I said to Thomas, look, I'm working. I don't really have time to pick items up. Find me some women's clothes. And Thomas would bring me women's clothes. I literally listed everything Thomas would bring me. Now, my husband is 12 years older than me. He doesn't have a fashion sense about women's clothes, so you can probably imagine some of the things that he brought to me. Now, the funny thing is, at the time, he was bringing me a lot of like things that were considered vintage, which I wish I had now. But some things I would take and say, I can't do anything with this, but the majority of the items I would post on Poshmark to sell. He would give me shoes because that was kind of like his main thing. He did sell women's shoes plus a whole lot of other things. He's more men's and Carhartt and stuff like that. So whatever he gave me, I would sell. And I tell the story often about Danskos. I'm a person who worked in kitchen. I'm a professional baker by trade. I cooked. I've been a line cook. I've worked everywhere. So Danskos were my go-to shoes because they're comfortable, especially if you have to stand on your feet for a long time. I know that I've paid $125 for my brand new Danskos, 2 pair I had. So why wouldn't I sell my Danskos that Thomas gave me for a good price? No. I sold my Danskos between $5 and $10 in addition to all these other shoes and clothes. I was selling items when I go back down in my Poshmark closet, $6, $4. This was in 2016, the same year that they born on men's and children's. So I put children's clothes on there. The children's clothes I was smart about. I bundled them. The men's clothes, I had no idea. Literally selling things for $5 and $6. Now, is 2 pieces to that. One, I was a new reseller. That was the thing. So I have been in business for years as a crochet designer. So I've sold on Etsy for years, but the handmade is different than when you're selling, when you're reselling. You don't know anything about that. I didn't even sell anything in my closet first. That wasn't even a thought to me. I was selling things that my husband, who was a reseller, was giving me, right? And again, he knew nothing about women's clothes. And again, I knew nothing about fashion. I'll go to Walmart before I go anywhere else. I'm not the person who carries handbags. I'm not the person who's really big on shoes. I don't like wearing heels. I don't like wearing makeup. I like to be as casual as possible. Give me a pair of jeans and some Converse and some Vans. I'm good. Give me a hoodie. I'm good. T-shirt and tank tops all summer. That's me. Don't get me wrong. I have, especially in my younger years, dressed up. And if you see me at posh parties and things now, yes, I dress up, but I don't like to. I prefer to be as casual as I can. When I'm at home, nothing but yoga pants or pajamas. I'm not that mentality that if I'm working at home, I came home to work casually. So I'm a casual person. I'm not into fashion. So that was not my goal at all. It was just to do something with my husband that would keep us connected, where we could be together and kind of have a like-minded thing. We already had some things in common. Marvel, we all the movies. Give me an Iron Man any day, Thor. Those are the kind of things. Start with Trekkies. Those are the things we had in common. But because he's older, I wanted to really keep a connection. So as a new reseller, I knew nothing. And I want to say that again. I knew nothing. Everyone starts at the beginning. I was not Leslie, a reseller's passion. I was Leslie's. It was actually my first and my middle name. My shop was called Les Dene. My first name is Leslie. My middle name is Dene. Les Dene was my shop name. I did not change my shop name until I became serious about this. It became Leslie's Fashion Boutique. So the first part was I was a new reseller. The second part was it was really a hobby because I was working a job. I was a supervising lunch lady for a high school. My only goal was, once I made my first sale from those $5 dance goes, was like, oh, this is enough money where I can put money on my daughter's lunch account. This is a true story. All I cared about, I was not even thinking business. And I say this for the people who are all of a sudden forgetting that they started at the beginning. I started at the beginning. I honestly did not care about being a business owner because I already had a crochet design business that was successful on Etsy. I was making good money, and I also had a Shopify store, and I was a lunch lady who had benefits and all that good stuff. So reselling was not anything I was interested in. It was a way to just spend time with my husband and put money on my daughter's lunch account, and to, because I'm really frugal, get myself some coffee or some snacks at Wawa on Friday. That was really it. And I say this for all the people who are always saying, oh my gosh, why is that person selling that item for that amount? Everyone starts at the beginning. Not everyone is interested in having a business. Some people only want to do this for a little money. The people who started Poshmark, the goal was to take some stuff out of your closet and sell it. And then someone said, oh, I can take this a little further and make it a business. Even though we're business owners now, we weren't always business owners. When I decided I wanted to walk away from my job in April of 2018, 2 years later, I sat down and made a plan and said, you know what, maybe I can do this full time because I want to be home with my husband. And at this point, Thomas and I had to start sourcing from 2017. I started sourcing, finding my own items, learning brands, learning out what I wanted to sell. And once I decided I could do this, I opened up 2 eBay stores. I put a 6-month goal down on paper. I talked to Thomas about it. And then I took that plan for 6 months and turned it into a 3-month goal. And I walked away from my job in August of 2018. And I've been home ever since. Now it's a full-fledged business. And now the reselling has actually turned into something else. But my story is that I was selling these dance goes and other things for $5, $6. I don't even think I had anything over $10 because my focus was not business. So we have to stop pretending that all of a sudden now we're so big that we deserve all the money. We probably do, but if you come from the original mindset that you had, you probably will be a little bit more successful. Those first pair of shoes that I sent out was a 1 star. I tossed those suckers in the in the box, put my label on there and shipped them out. She gave me a 1 star, poor packaging. And in between, I made a couple more sales so that people didn't care my prices were so low. But I wanted to share with you, I was less than I was nobody. I was a brand new seller. and I made mistakes. And I want to say I'm Leslie Tucker, and this is my reselling truth. Thank you for watching.